Are you prepared to forego the chance to be the greatest player that ever picked up a racket, statistically, because you feel so strongly about this jab?
You mean the mindless lemmings won't think that I'm the greatest unless I submit like a
biatch? Stay tuned for Djokovic's answer.
Hey guys, one of the reasons I promote things on my channel is because I use them. And I use them because I believe they benefit me. They help promote strength, endurance, and energy. Energy? I give you some freaking energy around here. A lot of nature's top fruits and vegetables that support a healthy heart, circulatory system, and high energy happen to be red. So come on, spit it out. Where do we get some of this red stuff? I drink Eternal Reds because it's got 8 specific foods that promotes energy. And these foods would be costly and time consuming to get in your typical diet. So click the link in the description and grab some energy.
This was pretty good. I don't know who put this kind of stuff together, but it's pretty classic because it's true. It's just true.
Leaders, the federal government has invoked the Emergencies Act to supplement provincial and territorial capacity to address the blockades and occupations. Leaders.
Look at this. I didn't notice how jerky she was. I wonder if she's bowed down at the altar of JABBO. Look at this.
Leaders. The federal government
What's going
has
on with
invoked
that?
the Emergencies Act to supplement provincial and territorial capacity to address the blockades and occupations. Leaders.
Pretty interesting jerky little actions there. Djokovic responded to a question today. The interviewer is going to ask him, are you prepared to forego the chance to be the greatest player that ever picked up a racket because you feel so strongly about the jabs? His simple answer is yes. Guys, who cares if you're considered the greatest at anything if the rest of your life is destroyed and shortened by the big who cares? And then people are coming out against him. Stop giving this multi-millionaire, this elitist, all this airtime. Guys, this guy, what they're trying to do, this Djokovic guy, no matter what you think about him, they're trying to project their disdain and their ire and their virtue signaling onto the rest of us who might take a similar stand. That's what's going on here. Could this be a psychological operation wrapped up inside a psychological operation that I don't fully understand? Of course. But this is an individual. This is a man. I don't care who he is. I don't care how pompous he might act on the court, or I don't care how many millions he has in his bank account. This is an individual that's literally taking a stand against the big pharma industrial complex. Listen to what he says.
You know, I understand the consequences of my decision. And one of the consequences of my decision was not going to Australia, and I was prepared not to go. And I understand that not being vaccinated today, I'm unable to travel to most of the tournaments at the moment.
And that's the price you're willing to pay?
That is the price that I'm willing to pay.
Ultimately, are you prepared to forego the chance to be the greatest player that ever picked up a racket, statistically, because you feel so strongly about this jab?
Yes.
Think about this for a second, guys. To ask a question like that is literally insane. Are you willing to forego this right here for this right here? It's like, yeah. Have you not read what's going on with these people who bow down? Of course I am. That's not even a price to pay. That's not even this is a serious decision. When you get something into your body like that, it ain't coming out. You can't undo it. Once you step over that line, there's no going back. Who knows what's going to happen? So it's literally insane. Are you willing to throw away everything? It's like, are you willing to throw away everything? Are you really willing to put your entire life on the line? I don't know how old this guy is. Let's say he's, I don't know, 30. He looks like he's maybe 35 years old. I've gone through life without bowing down at the altar, Jabbo, for 35 years, and I've been just fine. And now you're trying to get me to act upon fear. It's like that Hegelian dialectic, problem, reaction, solution. They create a problem, fictitious or otherwise, and wait for a fear-based reaction. And then when people get into that fear mode and they have those fear blinders on, they start making irrational decisions about their own lives. And then the people who created the problem, waited for the fear-based reaction, step in to provide the pre-planned solution that they had from day one. But you lived 35 years, or how long have you been on the planet? 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, 20 years, and you've been just fine. And now all of a sudden they're telling you, if you don't get this right here, oh my God, things are going to go south so quick, you're not even going to believe it. And you're like, hey, I'm perfectly healthy, but it's not for you. It's for other people. How can you be so selfish at this crucial hour? My God, man, you're so selfish and conceited and narcissistic that you won't bow down at the altar. Give me a break, man. Give me a frickin' break.
While we have time and it still retains some of its perceived value, maybe it'd be a good idea to convert your worthless fiat into valuable, storable food. Don't be the one who waits till the food riots start happening. You don't want to be fighting panicking people in the store over that last jar of peanut butter. At Prepare with High Impact Flicks, you can get up to 3 air and watertight gasket sealed ammo cans, each filled with a 4-week emergency supply. 7 food varieties, 2,000 calories a day, 284 servings, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and each meal comes in a resealable, heavy-duty 4-layered pouch. And it's got a 25-year shelf life. Every order of a 4-week supply gets you $100 off plus free shipping. Here's how simple it is to make. I'm going to cook up some Granny's home-style potato soup. People are going to think I'm a culinary hero. You open the pouch, boil 4.5 cups of water, stir the contents, simmer on low heat for 15 to 20 minutes, take it off the heat, then let it set for 2 to 3 minutes before you serve it up.
Man, this stuff's so good. People are going to think Granny stopped by and filled your kitchen with a whole bunch of love.
Well, if Granny does stop by, she's going to fill your behind with a whole bunch of buckshot if you keep talking with your mouth full. Wipe your dang beard off. It's embarrassing. So maybe convert some of your worthless fiat into valuable food while you still can. Order now and get $100 off of up to 3 4-week emergency food supplies at preparewithhighimpactflix.com. The link is in the description.